Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun edition of Pepito Live. Welcome, everybody, wherever you are in Costa Rica or around the world. Today, we're going to have fun. We have a very cool special guest coming in just a few minutes. If you are joining us for the first time, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to Pepito Live. These live shows we broadcast via our Pepito Live Costa Rica channel on YouTube. And if you haven't had the opportunity, amigos, to subscribe to our channel, you could do so. I think right here on the button, I think I've got the right side this time. Also, we have a really cool show coming in next week. Before Christmas, we decided we want to do something a little bit lighter, something fun. So we actually have Charlie Lopez. Charlie Lopez is an expat that's been living here in Costa Rica for some time. And Charlie is going to be doing a special live show with us, singing us some Beatles songs actually next week. And we know it was there was a special anniversary for John Lennon last week. So we're going to be talking Beatles with Charlie. He's going to be singing us songs. We're going to look at a few trivia facts during the show. And it's all about having fun and doing something really, really light. Also, amigos, we're going to have a special show also very soon. We were just in Playa Ostional last week for the latest arribada we had in Costa Rica. Arribada is actually the Spanish word for arrival. Turtle arrivals on the beach in Ostional. It's one of the world's most amazing natural phenomena. We were there. We did some interviews. We're going to be talking and we're going to be doing a very special show very soon. So subscribe if you haven't had the opportunity to do so. We're going to be talking about these arribadas, this wonderful natural phenomena with somebody who's been involved in a community in Ostional for over 30 years. So he knows all the proper information about this natural phenomena. So don't miss these upcoming shows. So today, we have a very special person coming in, and she's an expat, very well known around Playa del Coco for different reasons. And we're very happy to have her on the show today. And we're going to welcome, hey, Lani, how are you? Okay, I'm going to unmute your mic here. So there we are. Hey, Lani Wilson.
I said bonjour and hello and hola.
And hola, yes.
Hola.
Hey, welcome to Pepito Live. I've been wanting to have you on the show for some time. So welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Lani, before we get into too far into the content of the show with you, could you take an opportunity, because there's a lot of people who know you, but there's also a lot of people watching who may not know you. So let's start by talking about who is Lani Wilson.
Okay. Well, I am originally from Canada, from the West Coast. And I moved to the United States when I was about 25 and was married. And I am married again to a wonderful human being. And I have 2 kids. They're grown and in college, and I miss them very much. And we've been here about almost 3 years. And we have traveled here many years before. So we did a lot of research before we actually moved to Costa Rica and have no regrets.
Okay, so this was not a spontaneous thing for you. So I was going to ask you, why did you choose Costa Rica? So when you actually did the move as an expat here in Costa Rica, you already pretty much knew what you were going to get into or expect or live as an experience, right?
Exactly. I think the majority of the reason is we just wanted less density, less noise. And, it's really expensive where we were living, which is the San Francisco Bay Area. And, I'm an animal lover, birds, the culture here is wonderful. The people here are wonderful. I could tell you many stories about the amazing things that have happened. Truly, it's been a great experience to live here And, it's different when you're a tourist, that's for sure. But I was type A personality, I'd say. And this has definitely been a way to just, Pura Vida, calm down. And it's my whole essence, I think, has been calmer since I've moved here. And I love it.
Cool. So when you first came to Playa del Coco, Costa Rica, you started this venture with the Toucanoos Restaurant, right?
Correct.
So
Yes.
was that already in the works when you actually arrived in Costa Rica, or when you arrived in Costa Rica, you decided, what am I going to do? And then you got into this project.
I would say for about a year, we had planned to open a restaurant. And
Okay.
neither of us come from a culinary background, but my husband is an amazing home chef, and I am in marketing. And so, being a tourist here many times, rice and beans are great. I will say that Costa Rica is known for other things besides being a food country. And so, every time we visited, we would search for good food because, and I think that's where it all kind of came from, is that we wanted to offer something that we wanted to eat when we were in Costa Rica. And so that's how
amazing.
It started.
And in your background, you have a background like in concept and design and marketing, right?
Yes.
And I think the people who know the Toucanoos Restaurant could find that creativity, because I think what Toucanoos is known for is the colors, the taste, the visual elements that are very, very important in everything you do, right?
Well, perfect, because that's exactly what a brand and a franchise is that it's consistency and your flavor profile. It's almost crave-worthy. So we did a lot of different tests with different foods, like a focus group. And our original recipes are all fresh made. So everything's fresh made every day. We use ingredients that are sourced here. We're not going to get, candied walnuts because it's expensive. So we use what's available here. And I think it's really about consistency in the details. And you said that you see the colors and the freshness. And so that's also, the brand that we want to portray is it's fun, fresh, flavorful food. And so that consistency across all boards is very important to us.
That's just amazing. I want to remind people watching us today, people that are watching us live, that the intention of the show is to make it interactive. So amigos who are out there, if you have any questions, you have any comments you'd like to present to our special guest, Lani, today, by all means, amigos, feel free to post a question or even a comment. Talking about local foods, I think one of the most, popular signature foods you had was probably those tarts, right?
Yeah.
Just look at the colors here. Wow.
Yes. So those tarts are actually made of a very special ingredient that is only available really in Costa Rica commercially. It's called mandarina limon. And it's a very tart citrus fruit that looks like a lime, looks kind of like warts on the outside. So it's not very pretty, but then you open it and it's this brilliant neon orange. And it's very citric. Is that the word? Citrus, citric. Yeah. And they use it in Costa Rica a lot for ceviche. So my husband, brilliant as he is, turned it into something completely different and created a wonderful, sweet, very delicious, crave-worthy tart. And it comes frozen too.
Not just citric, it's addictive.
It is.
It is. So how would this work? So so you would be working on branding and concept and stuff like that. And what is your husband's background? Like he's a chef.
A home chef. He's never been trained, but as a very young kid, he just was very interested in food as a child and continued. And it's amazing because so for me as a photographer, I can see something and I am not good at food at all. And he's the other way around, where he can taste a profile, he can taste something once and say, I can recreate that, and I can recreate it even better. And so that's what I love about his recipes, is that they are very different, a lot of different ingredients. Like even just our tacos have 28 ingredients in the fried cauliflower taco. So
Wow,
very
that's amazing.
complex, but it's worth it.
We do have a question or a comment here. Alana says, we'll definitely try this restaurant in January. Now, what's happening with Toucanoos at the moment, Lani? Could you tell us a little bit about it? When COVID came, how that has had an impact and so forth, and will we be able to enjoy this incredible food once again very soon?
Well, we did have to close down in March, and we went from like our highest day of people and sales to the lowest we've ever had. And it was like in one day. And it was so heartbreaking to see everybody rush out of Costa Rica. And so we're really forced to close. And it was sad because, you know, our employees and things like that. But also, you know, we really miss seeing people. So it's been, you know, well over 9 months. And, you know, we really miss it, but we do know that as a business, you can't just open and wait for people. You have to really realize, you know, what does it take to keep a business open every day? And is there a profit? And so, you know, we would love to be open, but there's really not enough tourists to support that. And so maybe January, we would like to be open, but yeah, we were going to try and open in December, but, you know, it's just not possible.
So right now, basically, the experience is on standby.
It's on standby, and we also do have another larger location that might be possible. It's kind of a secret, and we have other people, interested in franchising. So we plan to be in a lot of different parts of Costa Rica, and we have like a turnkey opportunity that we, you know, worked out all the rough patches, and we have, you know, this pristine franchise ready to go. So.
That is a concept that would be so like well received. Like it's been well received in Playa del Coco, but anywhere around the country, right?
Yeah, it's really fun and family and, you know, vegetarian and California, and, you know, which is, you know, world kind of food anyway.
Exactly. So then the pandemic came. You came from the highest, you know, I think we've pretty much all experienced this, especially last year in tourism in Costa Rica was just phenomenal. Everybody was in Costa Rica. So, you know, we've all experienced these higher days, and then we went down, boom. And here we are now. So trying to sort of like reinvent, you know, ourselves and trying to figure out what do we do next. It was the same thing in tourism, you know, for us with Costur. I mean, we had a fabulous season last year, went boom, down. So here I am creating these live shows all of a sudden, something I've never expected I was going to do in my life, but I'm having such a good time doing it. So you're going through a similar process and a similar experience because you decided to explore other elements of your talent and tell us now what you've been concentrating your time on for the last few months with the Jungle Beach brand. Tell us a little bit about that.
So inspired, of course, by the tropics of Costa Rica, beaches and jungle, we have an ATV quad, and we go out quite a bit to different private places. And of course, I'm always taking my camera. And so during COVID, it really gave me a chance to look at all of the photos I have. And I was inspired to work in Photoshop with some of my photos. And for me, I personally created the brand for me because you know, it's a little bit difficult to find clothing here. There's not, you know, textiles and fabrics, and there's not a lot of different shops. And so, you know, I created it from something that I wanted, just like Toucanoos. We created that from something that we wanted. And a lot of people have, you know, had a lot of interest, and it's very inspiring for me to, you know, see these pictures again and create something different with them. And, you know, I traveled to Europe and in Italy when I was 25, and I thought one day I really want to put my photos on like a pillowcase because that's what I saw in Italy, and I was fascinated with it. So that 25 years later is coming to fruition. And so I'm having a lot of fun.
So ever since you've been in Costa Rica, you've been going around, and we're going to show a little video in just a few minutes. You've been going around taking photos, pictures of things that just amaze you. And then you've got this like wide inventory of photos. And all of a sudden you're thinking, wow, okay, so now I'm going to start doing something with this. So I'm going to, mix my talent here as a photographer and with these concept of different products. But before, okay, I want to go into we're gonna get back into the Jungle Beach brand, but I want the people to understand, like when we are like sitting here in Costa Rica, me and you, and we're talking about this fun aspect of Costa Rica, the beauties of Costa Rica. You've actually with your husband actually produced a little video of one of those fun days you've had that we're actually going to be sharing with people here in just a minute or so. And can you tell us a little bit about in which area this was? This was around Tileran, right?
Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, we do have a few videos. So I believe, there's horseback riding in Tileran. We have a really good friend that has a ranch, and we are able to go horseback riding. We also have our own ATV quad, which it's very old, but pretty reliable and pretty damn fun. So yeah, Tileran, and then there's quite a few different areas around here in the back roads that we've found as well, which is in Playa Panama.
Let's have a look at this little montage you did. Fun day in Costa Rica. Hey, so what are you doing?
We're in Costa Rica and we are loving So we are in Tileran right now on a quad ride. Super fun. Wow.
Venture to Costa Rica. Wow, that's a really fun video.
That's just one of many. It's wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. So just to put things back into perspective, so you've been going around Costa Rica, having fun, exploring the country, admiring the beauty, taking pictures, and then, okay, we're going along with the transformation of these photos into some amazing products. And we're going to start showing a few of them so people understand exactly what you're doing. I'm going to start with this particular picture here. So because you have products and you have like fashion, right? So here's an example. If you can talk about that, Lani, a little bit. What does this? Let's start with this as an example.
Yes.
Tell us about this design.
Peacock. So the thing is, I had taken a picture of a very amazing, curious peacock, and he just danced, and it was just so wonderful, and posed quite a bit for me. And so, you know, I've just always loved peacocks and the colors, and it was actually our wedding theme too. But so I took a picture of the peacock, and there are different patterns that I can create depending on what area of the peacock I'm looking at. So this is like, you know, a side view of his throat, and then you see the kind of crinkly area, almost like a turkey, and then the feathers that come out the back. So it's almost, that is actually on a side view of part of the peacock.
Wow, it's just amazing. Okay, let's have a look at another piece. Now let's have a look at a dress.
Yeah, and my toucan. Another very curious animal, just wonderful. And you know, that toucan is our inspiration for Toucanoos as well. And so
that's just an amazing, yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes what you're going to do, like we're going to show here, so the same picture, the same art will be applied to different products. Right?
Exactly.
So we have a dress. Here we have a men's t-shirt. And here we have a shoe. And here we have a pillow. And here we have other types of products. So,
I love bags. I love bags in all shapes and sizes. So.
And then later we're going to tell people, of course, how can they order and buy these beautiful products. So this is probably what we could call the Toucanoo. The Toucanoo team is following you.
Yes,
all over.
the toucans. Yes, exactly. And my artwork is, you know, not just a photograph, but I've created like this oil painting effect on it. So it's a little bit different than just a photograph. There's a lot more work that goes behind it. And there's also another design that has that exact same toucan on it in a totally different abstract form, on kind of a ready paint. Yes, exactly. That's it. Yeah. Same toucan, just a different format, just inspiration for different art.
Yeah. I'm happy you're saying that. This is not just photography. It's photography that you're adapting and working and transforming into art, then also transforming into products.
Yes, I've been working with Photoshop for maybe 30 years. So it's always, you know, this deep dark hole of something new, something more creative to find. Yeah.
I'm happy we're talking about that and I'm happy to have you as a guest, as an expat, talking about your experience here, because there's a lot of people who are dreaming of coming to Costa Rica or a country similar to Costa Rica, and don't know and are nervous and are wondering, well, if I move there, what's going to happen? I can't retire. What am I going to do? And I think you're such a fine example of some of the limitless things you could do if you're coming to a country like Costa Rica. So here's a great example of how you're transforming the beauty of the country into these products, and also an online boutique. We're going to share the coordinates with people later. So, I mean, there's so many things people could do, right? By moving to a country like Costa Rica.
I actually just read an article a couple of days ago that the Costa Rican government is going to allow remote working in Costa Rica for a year.
Uh-huh.
So when that bill passes, I think that's going to open up a lot of doors for people that, don't have to go back every 3 months or leave, across the border. So I think that's going to be
Absolutely.
great. But there's so many different things you can do. But, if you're retired, I think this is a great place to be too, absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. And even if for a young family, now Costa Rica is for
yeah.
everybody, right?
Absolutely. And
So,
the schools are phenomenal too. Private schools.
here's another amazing design. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yes, this was actually a weathered wood table that I saw on the beach. And I just thought it was really cool texture. And I thought that would look
This
really
is a table.
cool it's a table put together by some artist. And it was really weathered and very old. And I just thought it would make a really cool pattern. So
I think this artist, if he sees that on screen today, is going to be pretty amazed. We do have one question I want to share with you. We're going to have early in January a special show actually to talk about opening businesses in Costa Rica.
Yes.
So this person here says, are there any simple strategies worth sharing before I go ahead opening up a business there? I see a word in there that says simple strategy. Simple. I think everything is possible in Costa Rica. I think you're probably going to agree with me on that. But I think one of the things you need if you're going to want to engage in these types of experiences is need a lot of patience and patience and determination. But everything is possible, right? How do you view it?
Well, let me tell you, we would not be able to open a restaurant in New York or San Francisco or anywhere else. I don't think in the US or Canada because of first of all, the amount of money. It would probably take at least $700,000 to open a small franchise. And, and then the permits on top of that and all of the different rules. Here in Costa Rica, you can start your own business for relatively, under $100,000. And, I would give some advice and say, buy commercial. It's always you're going to get a return on investment for sure. And then you own something and you're not leasing something. I agree that simple, I'm not sure about simple, less expensive and a good opportunity. Yes. But you have to do your due diligence and, figure out what it is that you want to do and what it is that you're going to solve. What problem are you going to solve? I do have a lot of people ask me, hey, do you think I can come, to Costa Rica and start yoga or make beaded jewelry? And, that's wonderful if you have enough to support you to have that type of a hobby. If you want a money maker, there's a lot of competition with yoga and jewelry and things like that, which is, a fun thing. But, we definitely had a marketing plan and a business plan. And we had, I'm just saying for Toucanoos, we had, 3 different trial and error menu choices. And so we really did a lot of research, with the food and the vendors. And, there were a lot of things that were not simple, but it was really worth it, the hard work. And we're really, really happy about
it's worth it, and everything
progress.
Is possible. That's right. If
I
you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, there's a strong expat community also, so there's a lot of resources there. If you you want to go and do your due diligence and ask the right questions to the right people.
Exactly, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, and I was quite fearful of that. But there is, like I said, a large expat community. It is really helpful and wonderful people here. And a great community. And so, but speaking a little Spanish is definitely going to be helpful.
Sí, claro que sí. We want to remind people watching, you could ask some questions, make some more comments. We have the time to do so, amigos. Let's have a look at another design here. This is one. This one here is just so fascinating. Tell us a little bit about this, Lani.
Okay, so that's an actual macro shot of a hummingbird. worked with the hummingbird for a long time, and different pictures of the hummingbird, and I found that if I put two different photos together and I created like an oil paint, that this could make a really cool pattern. So it's actually the throat of a hummingbird and its feathers.
Wow.
And the birds are just phenomenal here.
Incredible in Costa Rica. We have like over 1,000 species of birds in Costa Rica. So I mean, it's limitless what you could do. So let's have a look at another one here. If you want to make some comments on this one here, Lani, that's just amazing. Also.
I mean, a palm tree with a blue sky. I mean, who doesn't love that, right? Just a palm image just says tropical. So this again is, a palm tree, and I've really blown it up and made it look like an oil painting as well. And it's just fun. It looks flowy, and you can just see movement in the picture. And I just love the colors. It just looks so very tropical.
And these products, these dresses, for example, in what kind of, I imagine on a website, it's probably all the details are there, but what kind of fabric is that?
So a couple of them are a spandex cotton, and that one you just saw is more of a chiffon. So it's more of a flowy, that one is like a spandex cotton polyester, and there are details on them.
Is that that table again?
Yeah, it is. Yes. And that's just a piece of the table that I have put together in a different pattern. And you'll see like I have like a handbag, and it has different cross sections of it. So they're all different depending on what the product is. So I really look at the product and think about, does it need to look bigger? Does it need to have a couple of different angles on it? So every product is very unique.
And this here is even like, this is an amazing, product and piece of art.
Right. So that is actually a garden pot in just an old beaten down garden on the side of the road, really. And I just saw this pot and I thought how much texture was in it. And so that's just a piece of this pottery. And it almost looks like it's Bali. So it kind of reminds me of, meditation and yoga and just relaxation. And so I wanted to create this in a lot of different forms. Yeah.
So amazing. And
so that's a planter pot.
Wow. Okay. And I guess this is the same.
Exactly.
The same pot, right? And so this is like a carrying bag.
Backpack.
So cool. And then you also have, over and above that, you also have beachwear.
Yes.
So this one here, the one on the left, I think is, one of them is the palm tree and the other one is the, is it the hummingbird?
Yes, the hummingbird feathers, yes. Macro photography.
Cool. So in a website, there's a variety of different models, and sometimes the same theme comes applied to different products, of course, and which makes it absolutely, I think, fun and interesting because they're like a line of, so you could take the old table you could find in different products, for example.
Exactly. Yeah. From shoes to dresses to hairbands to yoga pants. Absolutely.
How many products you think you have total on there on your website?
Well, there's just different categories. So men, women, shoes, home, office, bags, which I said I love, and swim and tropical wear for sure.
Yeah.
Lots of really cool all over print t-shirts, very fun. Everything is very vibrant and colorful, which I love color. I'm not just a black and white kind of person.
Exactly.
So I like to create something with a lot of color and fun.
This here is men's swimwear, right?
Yes. And that's a lot of different types of graphics that I put together, pineapple, floral, leaves, branches, things like that to create a design.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just amazing. So, Lani, for those people who may have an interest in seeing some of your products,
Mhm.
first of all, I want to go over like there's different ways of contacting you. First of all, okay, we have the toucanoos.com.
Mhm.
And if people have any questions about franchise or Toucanoos or what's happening with that and that kind of stuff, we also have like the Jungle Beach Brand website, .com,
Okay.
junglebeachbrand.com, and we also have for your branding company,
Right.
bebrandeddesign.com also, right?
Right. I do help other companies try and create their own marketing, and a lot of people don't know where to start, and so I kind of help them with that.
Exactly. So before we get further within the show, there's one thing we do here on Pepito Live once in a while,
I
Lani,
know.
is we invite some of our guests, not all of them, only like the people we really like, okay, to play the Pepito quiz. So the Pepito quiz, we're gonna show you 10 questions quickly, and actually we want to see how Costa Rican you are. So we're gonna show
Oh
you 10
boy.
and you need to answer. Just hang on a second here.
El quiz de Pepito.
Okay, let's see how Costa Rican you are. Okay, Lani Wilson, what is the capital of Costa Rica?
Okay. Now I think it's San Jose, but I'm not sure about that.
Oh yeah!
At that. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh boy, that was really cool. Okay, so Lani, what country is situated north of Costa Rica?
Oh, Nicaragua. Love Nicaragua.
Yay! So we have people watching us like all over the world. Like, these people are all alone, right? Okay. Lani, what is the biggest lake in Costa Rica?
Mm.
Hmm.
In Costa Rica, the biggest lake. I would say it's probably Arenal by the volcano.
Easy. Okay, I think you got a little bit of help with that one, but that's okay. We'll accept it. Okay, you've been doing a lot of photography. You know a little bit about birds. In your opinion, what is the most famous bird in Costa Rica?
Oh, there's one bird called a flycatcher that wakes me up every single morning, and I would say that one's really popular.
Okay,
and
cool.
It's very loud, and it's amazing. But it's a white-breasted, or it's a yellow-breasted bird, very loud and very tiny.
Okay.
Better than a car horn to wake me up.
Lani Wilson, what does Pura Vida mean?
Oh, it means pure life.
Pure life. Yay.
Chill out.
That was cool. Okay,
That was easy.
this one here. What is the highest volcano in Costa Rica? You think about it there for a second. What is the highest volcano in Costa Rica?
Now, I believe one just reopened after many years of being closed, and it's Poas, I believe. I don't know if that's the highest one, though. Am I wrong?
I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna rewind, give you a chance a second time. Try another one. It starts by an I.
I don't know. I don't know. Wah, wah, wah.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so actually, the highest volcano in Costa Rica is Irazu volcano, which is 11,260 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, some people think it's actually like Arenal. Usually people will say Arenal, but actually Arenal is about half the size of Irazu. But that's okay. You're doing really good so far. Name your favorite fruit in Costa Rica.
Oh, pineapple. That's the hands down. Oh,
yeah,
so sweet.
I could see it. It's even there, like behind.
My favorite way, my favorite way to enjoy pineapple is when my husband barbecues chicken and barbecues slices of pineapple. Oh, it's just amazing. Amazing. Wow. Barbecued pineapple.
Well, we're on our way for dinner. How many people in the Costa Rican Army?
Well, there's no army, so that would be a 0.
Yay! That's cool. Lani Wilson, what is an aluwata?
Aluwata.
Yeah.
It sounds like it might be an animal, but I'm not sure. Aluwata.
It is. You're on the right track. Okay,
It reminds me.
it's the scientific word for a very well-known monkey.
Like a capuchin or a howler?
Howler! Yay! You got that.
Easy.
Well,
Okay,
thank you for that hint.
Yeah. Well, name the name of your favorite butterfly.
Oh, a blue morpho, definitely.
Yay, blue. Yes. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Lani, you got 90%. So you're officially Costa Rican.
Oh, wow. Well, good.
Okay, that was cool. Yeah, we do these little quiz for people so they could get to know Costa Rica a little bit and have a little bit of fun and with the sound effects and stuff. So we don't take ourselves too
Absolutely.
seriously. Lani, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Before we leave, okay, we did share the websites. I want to tell everybody watching that all the information we shared about the websites and everything is in our the show description on our YouTube channel. Everything is in there. The websites are all in there. But I think before we leave, you also want to make like a little special invitation for people who want to actually buy some of your products. We know Christmas is coming, and you have a little discount offer you want to share with everybody.
Yes. So the discount code in the promo section in your shopping cart would be 10% off with the promo code Pepito. And it's going to be up for about a week or so. And I would highly suggest that if you have anything over $50, that you will get free shipping within the US.
Cool.
So that's also another discount.
Okay. So 10% discount. So I want to remind people, okay, the website, okay, and we're actually also going to put that in the Pepito Live YouTube. The link is right there, so people could just click on there. We'll bring you to the site. We'll bring you to this discount page also at the same time. Also, amigos, if you don't remember the website, it's very simple. Okay, it's junglebeachbrand.com, and then you could see the wide variety of products that are out there and that are available. So, Lani, just so people understand, this is a new company. It's a work in progress. It's being created. It's products that are new on the market. Just to be straightforward with people here. And so, if I want to order something and I'm from Canada and the States, it's actually pretty easy, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And
Yes.
and how long do we expect in terms of a delivery time?
Well, during the Christmas season, I would say it's a little bit more than a week, but it's
Okay.
usually between 4 and 7 days. Other times that it's not the Christmas rush. This is what I've found so far. Also, you know, I will be bringing a large shipment down to Costa Rica for the boutiques that have ordered.
Okay.
And so I will be able to put that on the website when that happens as well. But, you know, shipping to Costa Rica could be kind of tricky right now, especially with COVID and things like that, and very expensive. So if you can ship it to Canada or the US and bring it down on your next trip, that would probably be the best way.
Okay. Okay, so that's why I was asking the question. So if I'm sitting down here in Playa del Coco or Costa Rica somewhere, there's different options. So either have somebody have it delivered somewhere in Canada or the States, have our friends or family over, coming over,
Yes.
bring it, contact you. So you're going to place a special order and you're going to go at some point and get it also, because right now it could be a little bit complicated. But eventually, are you anticipating that these products are actually going to be sold in actual physical boutiques in Playa del Coco or elsewhere in Costa Rica?
Yes, yes. I've been approached by 4 different boutiques and, you know, a big hotel as well. So there's a great possibility for them to be in a few different places, and we'll see how well it goes. Maybe I'll have a little boutique in Coco or somewhere like that as well. I mean, that would be amazing. But
maybe we'll see the Toucanoos franchise, maybe the Toucanoos Restaurant franchise, and maybe we'll see the beach brand franchise across Costa Rica also.
Or maybe inside of the franchise, because it's going to be so big, the new building.
That's right. Or maybe you'll have the Toucanoo, the Jungle Beach brand actually sold in Toucanoos Restaurant. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, why not? I mean, it's just endless, right? What you could do here in Costa
Rica. It is, absolutely. It's been really fun. Yes, creating it.
Lani, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Before we leave, is there something that you want to, I forgot maybe to ask you, you'd like to mention that's very important?
I do want to let everyone know that I'm so open to anyone asking me about business, about Costa Rica, about opening a business. We can't possibly cover it all right now, but I'm pretty much an open book. You want to ask me how difficult something is, how easy something is, how much something might cost, but not the secret recipes, but definitely open. So contact me.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's very easy to contact you via those. And also you have a very active Facebook page. Also, people could reach you via
and
Facebook.
Instagram.
And Instagram. Okay. Yeah. Lani Wilson, thank you. It was an honor having you on the show. And I wish you the best with the continuity of things. Is that how we say that in English? Yeah. With the upcoming projects that you have. And I wish you and your family a great holiday season. Thank you for being our special guest today on the show.
And merci beaucoup. It's been a pleasure.
Gracias. And we want to thank everybody who is watching the show today. And we'll see you soon. Don't miss the upcoming show, amigos, with our dear friend, Charlie Lopez, next Monday. Same station, same YouTube station. Gracias. Ciao, Lani.
Pura
Hasta
vida.
luego. Pura vida. Feliz Navidad.